around 6 to 8 years old, I was mentoring my maid. Way back when I was in class 10th, I was mentoring my own Bhabhi. Way back when my own parents had small financial disputes, I was mentoring my own mother and my own father separately in closed rooms. And way back when my own brother had some issues with jobs, I have mentored him in closed rooms without letting anyone know. And that's how I realized that mentoring is something that comes from me, from within. When I talk about why native mentorship is important, not only for men, not only for women, but for both. Not only for girls, not only for boys, but for both. Today, parenting has become such an important concept. Financial crisis has become an important topic to talk about. Mid-career crisis has become an important way to be figured out. When I was getting married at the age of 32, thankfully I got the freedom to live peacefully my life for 32 years. Even though I'm living peacefully as of now, best to have some good in-laws in my life. When I look around, I see many privileged women who have given up in many ways. Not because they are asked, but it is all in the mind. When I was working as an investment banker, and then my marriage was fixed, I had an option to stay back in Gurgaon or to leave everything, search for a new job in Bangalore, and settle there in Bangalore. My husband took the first step to check with me, do you want to shift or do you want to stay here? Blessed again I was. But the mental conditioning that I had, it told me, no, quit the job here and go there. And the second reason was, I'm an explorer, I've been here for a decade and I wanted to explore a new city. So for these two reasons in my mind, I quit my job, highly paid job, where the industry was completely led by male. I was the one or two blessed female in the team. I left that high pay check and left for the new world to explore better. When I came to Bangalore, I was not aware of one fancy word which I learned there, because I worked with men and men-dominated industry where men never took career breaks. When I took a career break of just 2 months, mind it, just 2 months, I got to hear a very fancy word which I didn't know anything in and around. And that fancy word was sabbatical. A woman on a sabbatical. Honestly, I didn't know the meaning, what sabbatical meant. And I was blank at the face of someone who told me, you are on a sabbatical and I can't pay you that much. But 2 months was nothing. If I could clear an interview with a man and he was not on a career break, I think I enjoyed my 2 months of break and I'm equally capable to be a part of it. Why would you tell me that I am on a career break and I'm on a sabbatical? Those 2 months, because I kept saying no to offers which didn't allow me to pay the check that I wanted, I kept saying no, and those 2 months stretched to 6 months. Do I regret it at times? I do, yes. But if I look at the bigger picture, if I would have said yes to 35% cut check, straight down for 2 months, 35% cut check, I would have felt maybe way more guiltier if I would have accepted it, if I would have not worked around it. Those were 6 frustrating months, trust me. They were completely frustrating months for me, 6 months. And then I looked around and I thought, why is a woman on a break tagged with sabbatical and not when a man takes a break And why does a woman take a break and not men? But then there were biological factors, there were social factors, and I believe I am not a woman who is revolutionary and I should step out to change the world. I need to change my life first. I need to change the thought process of my family members first before I step out and say, hey, you are wrong in your thoughts. Because I had family members in my own house who had wrong in their thoughts. I should be guiltier telling other people that you are wrong if I have people in my own family who are wrong. And thereafter, I started working for women who were on a career break and they wanted to relaunch themselves in the workforce. I began with webinars, blessed to have good traction there and good feedback. Then I started my own talk show, which was a holistic platform for any woman to change their life completely, a 360-degree round change, if they want to. I always put on a condition, if you want, you can change your life. If you want. That if is important because I am privileged, but at the same time, if I face anything in life and I sit back and relax and crib, because I have cribbed for 6 months, I blamed for that own decision, the decision which I took, I blamed not many people around me. Because of you, this happened. Because of you, this happened. But then I realized the decision was mine. There were no mentors around me to tell me that if you take a career break, what are the steps you need to take? Or if you don't, what you can do? No one reached out to me. That's the reality. But did I reach out to anyone? That's again the flip side of it that I need to take into consideration. And when I started this talk show, it was all about how you as an individual can change your life, bring a shift in your life. It doesn't have to be a big shift. It has to be a small shift. And I believe every woman, forget about empowerment, forget about big terms. The bottom line is, even for 5,000 rupees, for 10,000 rupees, if you are educated and if you have to still depend on someone for some minimal amount, please look at yourself 100 times till you get the answer. That was it worth for your parents to invest in you? I believe the power in asking powerful questions to yourself. If you keep asking powerful questions to yourself until you get the answers, you will bring the shift in your life. When I asked myself some powerful questions, why am I here? That was my decision. What should I do now? Should I give it up? That was my decision not to. But not only for myself, but also for women around me. I'll give you a very small example. I encountered women many times and they come from good background, very good background. But I see in many ways they are reluctant to invest in themselves. And that is where I urge. Someone in the morning said, earn to learn. And I'm really blown away. I'm really blown away by that single 3-word statement. I'm truly blown away. Thank you for giving me that perspective. Thank you so much for giving me that perspective. Because honestly, for me, learn to earn. But the flip side is more powerful, and more power to you for such thoughts. Earn to learn. The day you stop learning, you are finished. You're finished. If you are on a career break, please make sure you are up to date. Up to date in terms of technology, in terms of what is there around you happening, what you need to do to upscale yourself to get back into the workforce. Don't give a single reason to anyone to tell you that you are not worth enough. First, get that done 100% for yourself. No one will then have a courage to tell you you're not good enough. Thank you.